Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Spoony Games and part 4 of Sound of Drop, Fall into Poison. Oh, that is annoying buzz sound. So can we endure it or can I not take it? Let's go for endure it. So immediately slap my mouth, enduring what had come up. The intermingled acid taste of the vomit that had come up, and the scent of stomach acid lingering on my nostrils mixed with saliva and causing my eyes to water in pain. Something about the sound. Oh, hell yeah. Right, back to game. Why was it so painful? I can't figure out the answer to my doubts. Not at all. Cover my eyes with both hands. I couldn't have made it if I didn't. But shutting out my vision leaves my sense of smell, causing the smell of rotten water and the stench of the dead body to become more intense, so I uncover my eyes. It's not a body. No! What is this? This is a place for customers. It is really alright for this to be here. On top of that, I was in the middle of chasing Amari, wasn't I? No, that isn't the problem. It's strange enough that there is a place like this in the middle of the aquarium. Anyway, I have to get out of here. The stench is so overpowering, it's as if I can see it. I want to get out of here quickly, satisfying myself with the argument that it's a garbage dump or something, and that is, if I only get away, I'll be fine. At any rate, I can go back the way I came. No, that's no good. I might run into her friend. At this moment, I don't want to see her face. My eyes having adjusted a bit to the darkness, I search for a way out. Here the tanks are broken, the little remaining water stinks, and the bodies of the living things have tumbled out here and there. So what was in the water has managed to come out, even though there's only a little? I don't quite understand, but sure. I think about how happy I am that I can't see. Even so, to find the exit, I'll have to look around. My nose has begun to go numb, and thanks to what I am somehow able to retain my sanity. For long, I find a dim emergency light behind one of the tanks and head towards it, as if it were the last hope I could cling to. I feel squishing several times beneath my feet, but I try to ignore it and move on. As I move towards the emergency light, it seems the smell is becoming faint. I get used to the scattered shards of glass and the rotten fish corpse just before I reach the door. So pro now. The tips of my shoes feel as if it has kicked something hard, something different from before. Wondering what I had kicked, I casually look down. No! No! Dead baby. I get the sensation that all the blood has stopped flowing through me and that my heart has stopped completely. The round thing that I kicked has patches of hair, 2 eyes, a nose with a bone to it, and a mouth, and altogether it is... Dun dun dun! A human face. I wasn't far off of dead baby. Speaking accurately, it's a head rather than a face. It's completely lifeless and rolls away with a flopping sound when my foot touches it. Seeing the state the head is in, I begin to feel ill again despite having finally calmed down from before. Let's give it a good kick. Of the white cranium, only the forehead area seems to be exposed. It seems this is new and has only just begun to decay. No, for starters, there is no way a human head should be rolling around here. It's my imagination, or it has to be from some model. I haven't yet looked in the direction it was rolling. Convincing myself that this isn't a human head. It's really difficult, so with no satisfying myself, I place my hands on the door and attempt to escape. Unable to control my shaking hands, it takes 3 tries before I can open the door. It's a heavy fire door that is usually open. So from one party room to the next, I'm guessing. This is... I step inside with my thoughts racing, and the atmosphere changes completely once more. I can hear the sound of the door closing behind me. Inside is a very clean place. The transparent water is tainted a faint blue, and inside floats fantasy-like jellyfish. Countless pillar-shaped tanks are spread around, and the water shimmers as it reflects the light of the fluorescent lamp. Red, yellow, green and purple, the jellyfish's bodies diffusing light like a prism. In spite of the strange space I have reached, I am fascinated by the shimmering live art display. Yeah, that does seem like it would be a cool place. Friend's name, I mutter without thinking. Then I quickly shake my head, erasing the image of her face that appears in my mind. Earlier she didn't come after me. After all, she chose on her own to part ways with me. I'm sure it's because she dislikes me now. It isn't something I should worry about. You just went on like some trippy hysterical running after your sister that, as she said, wouldn't be the same age, wouldn't be wearing the same clothes. Like, she gave you logics and you dismissed that and ran off and then found dead fish. So yeah, I can understand her being a bit reluctant to go after a hysterical friend. Even at a quick glance, I can see that there are various types of jellyfish in the tank. Having made effective or efficient use of the small space, it's a charming area. It vividly expresses the starry sky, as is fitting of the name Manten Aquarium. Compared to the earlier Fish of the World booth, this one isn't the least bit decayed or in decay. I wonder if Miria came this way. Going back is dangerous. I can't do anything by stopping here. I have to press on. Just save that as a possible back change question thing. I'm kind of feeling that because, well, horror trope, you've now split up and you are both on your own. So is something going to happen to her? But at the same time, going back even, means going through the room that you just were in, which apparently had a head on the floor, if it was real, and also nasty smell of rotting stuff. Let's try it. I feel worried about how all of a sudden I'll go back. I'm thinking whether or not it's alright for me just to enjoy something so pretty. I reach for the door behind me, but is it going to be locked? Even though we thought me and her are friends, sharing such a lovely memory will surely help us make up quickly. I step forward, and it is at this moment that moment. Huh? I open the door and step through. There is no Fish of the World booth. Before I can even realise the scene before me, I'm pulled in by some sort of swell. I mean, it's like we just got done goofed, haven't we? Trying to figure out what went wrong, I realise I'm having trouble getting air. I really want air, so I pause for breath. My mouth fills with a fishy stench, brine seawater. I know from the salty taste that I've swallowed seawater. The reason I can't breathe is because all around me is ocean water. I understand that I am in the ocean, devoid of light and no sound in the darkness. Wondering why I move my limbs. At this rate I will drown. It hasn't been more than a minute since I got pulled under the sea. How many seconds have passed at this point? No, that isn't it. I have to get above water. However, up to this point, there has been no light overhead, and I'm forced into an inevitable battle with my despair. I suppose the only thing as well, if you are in the ocean, random point in the ocean, it's dark, you're not going to know potentially which way is up. I frantically endure my suffocation, swimming higher and higher. Suddenly being thrown into the water hasn't thrown off my sense of up and down. Oh, alright, you've still got that. As the despair to live serves as an instinct to guide me upwards. I still can't see, but I'm alright. Just like that, I seem to have answered my own question. I can feel the clothes I'm wearing become heavy. However, if I have time to shed my clothes, then I have time to continue upwards. My thinking is that alone. I heard there is high pressure in the deep parts of the ocean that crushes any living thing, but my body is completely fine. That means that I am not... That means where I am at the moment shouldn't be that deep. If I swim hard enough, I should make it. I just have to hit the surface and take a deep breath. How many seconds have passed at this point? I have no sense of time whatsoever in this darkness. Even so, I know that some time has passed since I was thrown into the ocean. A minute possibly passed a while ago. Here, my consciousness has begun to fade. Immediately after I see the darkness of death, a small light illuminates the tip of my nose. Because I've been swimming frantically, I haven't noticed, but it seems as though I have gone up quite a way. It will all be alright, the surface is close. But will it? Will you reach my hand out or reach towards the light? That is all I can do. That's because my legs won't move. No matter how frantically I try to move them, my legs won't even quiver. I feel as though something has ensnared them. It has the elasticity, I can't even say the word, elasticity of a bottomless trampoline. From the tips of my toes to my rear end, the soft sensation wraps tightly around me. want to think that this is a lie, but no, I've actually decided I will not believe it. That a giant octopus has wrapped itself around my legs. Its gum-like suckers are the size of the palms of my hand, and I can't even imagine how large its entire body is. The light is getting further away. My eyes have already closed. For some reason, she's smiling, or her smiling face floats before me, though I should be her angry face that I see last. Just like that, I'm in darkness. And as much as it has tightened up, my legs have lost all feeling. No wonder my legs are no longer what they once were. With the depletion of my oxygen supply, my brain has already changed into a machine for merely processing my situation. Within the darkness, it disappointingly communicates my non-existence will to my 4 limbs, which have lost all sensation. It won't be long before the only thing I can sense is darkness. That's because I've already become part of that darkness. Into the silent abyss. Well, glad we saved that. Don't go back and try and get our friend. Bad end. Well, duh. Right. Let's try that again. No! It's going back is dangerous. Trust me, I know. I have to press on. And so I start towards the starry sky. I gaze in fascination to the right and to the left of me. If circumstances weren't what they were, I would have stopped and stared into each and every tank. The tanks lined up all together are beautiful enough, but each one is vivid like the night sky, inlaid with jewels. Altogether there are 7 tanks, each one holds a different type of jellyfish. Some with poison, some without, categorized by aspects such as where they live. They really are beautiful. I stop and stand in the very center between the 3rd and 4th tanks. I wonder if the last time we came, these tanks were here. My little sister. I lean my back against one of the tanks and sit down. Whenever my sister's face appears in my mind, I lose all of my strength. If anyone saw me, I'd be embarrassed, but here and now, in the Mantan Aquarium, there is no one around. I heave a sigh and look up at the ceiling. For some reason, a large fan is revolving there. My memories of the last time we visited the Mantan Aquarium aren't all bad. It was the first time in a long time all 4 of us had gone out as a family. Mari and I got along very well, and we always held hands as we walked. We would do things like play house or read picture books aloud. Mari was a bit more of a tomboy than I, so even though I was the older sister, she was the one who gave the orders. Since it was the first time the 2 of us sisters went to the aquarium, it was natural for us to be very excited. Just as one would expect, the first time Mari and I laid eyes on the creatures of the sea, we experienced fear, awe, and the sense of being deeply moved. The creatures we saw at that time have stayed with me as vivid memories. Happy memories. I still have plenty of them. But on such a special day, of all days, Murray and I ended up fighting. The rest proceeded just as I remember. Since then, my parents buy me anything I want. However, I changed as well. I didn't really want anything anymore. Greed itself seemed to decline for me, and I never really got excited for anything. That's why, when my mother brought me those boot sandals, I was happy. I was get stuck on a word again. Fantasized by the nostalgic ultramarine colour. After 1 year ago, Marie disappeared. She stopped coming up in conversation. I don't know if my mum and father had accepted it as a tragic accident, or if the sadness has slowly faded, but my new normal had begun. I had become an only child. At least you weren't orphaned and had to do a Batman. But that is nothing more than an excuse I can't escape from. Murray, you are here, right? Finally, it seems my strength has returned and I stand up. Even though I had asked, no answer will come. The thundering ventilation fan in the ceiling is the only sound I can hear. And the sound of the murder fish. It was almost the same time I stood up. Oh, it was almost at the same time I stood up. Oh! Weird noise. A crack appeared in the glass of the tank beside me, or behind me, since the glass didn't make any noise. When it split, I realized it's broken when water splashed on my rear end. Water continues to flow out, gradually spreading to my feet. The amount of water from the tank is more than just puddles after a heavy downpour. Along with the water flowing forth, the jellyfish that have been in the tank until just a moment ago float out. In order to avoid contact with the water already soaking my sandals, I step back from the puddles without looking away. How? Why? Or is this the drop into poison bit, because you said some of them are poisonous? As if to play further with my already bewildered mind, the tank behind me also cracks. This time I hear high-pitched noises of glass cracking. Following that, the tanks are each destroyed in turn. Jellyfish assault course. Being stuck in the middle of the passage, water is coming in on me from all sides, leaving me pressed in between. The edge of the water is steadily drawing near. What should I do? The words that slide from my mouth also flow away with the water. The colour of the tank that had once been so vibrant now seems eerie to me. Among these jellyfish are poisonous ones. Even worse, some of them are fatal. On thinking that, my legs begin to shake in fear. No. But no matter how frightened I become, I know I can't sit down. Yeah. I'm just going to end up sitting on a jellyfish. As if the area I am in is shrinking, the water and jellyfish are both heading towards me, and it's impossible for me to touch the floor. I have a feeling I'm about to die again here. Well, the jellyfish are heading towards you, so no, I can't think of anything they are going to get you. I have no choice, but I have to run straight through. Because either way, you're going to end up having to deal with water and jellyfish. At least, maybe this way you've got more of a chance. Because they're not all like clumped around you, moving towards you. Let's go for it. I have no choice but to run straight through. I have no longer have time for doubt. At a glance, the door on the opposite side is closer than the one I came from. From here, the distance isn't too far to the interior door. Running at top speed, I should be good enough to reach that one. I hesitate for a moment, then grit my teeth and take off running. It's no more than 10 meters. It is a distance that should pose no trouble, even for someone like me who tested below average in physical endurance. Car! When I had run about 5 meters, just having passed the 6th tank, I fell full force onto my back. The floor is wet, so one might say that this should have been expected. No, this is disgusting. The water is soaking through my skirt and quickly soaks my underwear. The tank water is in direct contact with the skin of my rear, and it's cold water, uncomfortable but unavoidable. As long as you don't slip and fall on a jellyfish, just keep going. When I put my hands on the floor to try and stand up, I discover that action is a mistake. Ouch. God damn it, I just said not to touch the jellyfish! I squeeze my eyes shut in pain. That feels like I've been stabbed by a cold metal needle. No, it doesn't just feel like that. I have been stabbed by something. Have I been stung by... Shaking, I shift my line of sight to my hand. A jellyfish is covering my right hand. At that moment, I get upset that I can feel the coldness of the water around my right hand. I got stung. What do I do? Someone! The pamphlet introduced the jellyfish has gotten mixed up with the pieces of glass from the tank. Man of War, I noticed the name without much of a reaction, but it has to be a poisonous to be called that. There have also been incidences of fatalities. Poison. What do I do if I've been stung? Do I clean it? It isn't bad if I don't clean it. Or is it bad if I don't clean it? I can feel my pulse quickening. I wonder if it's the poison making its way through me. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? When I try to will myself to calm down, my impatience ramps up. Someone help me! Trying to use my pulsating right hand for support to push myself up, I slide in the puddle and can't stand. It hurts. It really hurts. I put water on the area where I've been stung in an attempt to rinse it out. However, the opening of the wound stings and startles me. I need fresh water. Trying to apply pressure to the vein, I tightly grip the area where I'd been stung. Dad, Mum, Sister. Wanting to be saved, I call out loudly as I can. However, in reality, my voice has already grown hoarse. The corners of my eyes grow hot. From them fall individual droplets. No, I'm going to die. Again. My voice is no longer really a voice at all. Ah! Before long, an electric shock runs through my right hand. The subsiding of the intense pain brings my sensation back to me. But my voice will no longer come out. Even when I try to think of something, nothing happens except a sensation of pain whirling inside me that fills me to the brim. Unable to control my body, I fall to the ground. First my head, then my chest, from my stomach to my feet. Having fallen on my face, half of my body is submerged in water. My heartbeat quickens. I become acutely aware of the flowing of my blood. Unable to stand it, I vomit. The very idea of being able to endure it no longer occurs to me. Even so, the poison won't be expelled from my body. My entire being becomes numb. It's proof that my blood has been pumping so quickly it has worn down my veins. Hoof, hoof. Wanting to rinse out the remaining vomit in my mouth, I suck in water. It tastes like salt. Within my body, I'm struggling with all I have. On the outside, my shell has long exceeded the limits of its stamina. Blood is soaking through the capillaries in my eyeballs, and the puddles spreading on the floor are pierced with red. Gradually, I stop feeling my blood flow. It is because my heart has stopped, or because my consciousness has disappeared. Either way, my consciousness stops and fades into darkness. With the same simplicity that a ventilation fan spews out old air, my breath is evacuating from my body. When I come to, I'm still gazing into the cylindrical tank. Vacantly thinking nothing other than, I wonder if something's in there. I just stare into the tank. I have neither the urge to call out nor the desire to walk away, merely the sensation that my consciousness alone is floating along the rippling sea. Why on earth am I here anyway? What have I come here to do? Whether I can't remember or there was just no reason for the beginning? Familiar girl. The jellyfish are pretty, especially this jellyfish. Its colour is so bright. The voice that starts talking right in front of me catches my attention, and for some reason I feel like I've heard it before somewhere. Well, who is it? I'm unable to remember clearly, seeing only a wavering face that won't come into focus. Anyway, Mayu, where did she go? Mayu? That girl, she talked like she was looking for someone. Poor thing. If she lost someone here, she probably won't find them. Hey, wait a second. Where is this to begin with? Where is this to begin with? Swaying, swaying, softly, softly. Are you a jellyfish now? Drip, drop, the sound of drop resonating all around me. Gradually ceasing to care, my consciousness melts into the water. My form. Jellyfish ending! Well, we've managed to get ourselves bad ending again. Killed twice. Alright, well, we've had such amazing luck this time. But I think I will call it there, and we'll carry on next time. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.